Welcome back, guys. Today we're in Grass Valley visiting Krispy Co. Gonna check out the shop.
What's up, brother?
What's up, man?
How we doing?
Good.
Welcome to Krispy Co.
This is Alex, the owner of Krispy Co.
Yeah, dude. How's it going?
Welcome to Lnspltblvd MTV Cribs. All right, man, take us away.
This is where you enter. This is where it all begins. As we begin our day, we come in through here. Cool little deal. I got my old 4245, which is an interesting. One day I'll finish that bike. It's super rad. Yeah, dude, this is our parts line. Can't wait till one day look back on our little shelves and be like, man, do you remember our little shelves that used to house our little bit of parts and stuff? Hopefully they're big shelves one day.
What do you have in stock right now?
So like one of our main hitters are the voltage plate regulator. You know, remove it from the front of the bike to underneath the transmission. So this is one of our first like little products that came out. Well, we've got our key switch that goes off the back of the transmission. CT Newman made these for us. So that was kind of a cool collaboration with him. Got a bunch of other stuff, tranny holders. Oh, one of our bigger sellers, dude, is our axle kit. People love our axle kit. Super tight, nice, all stainless. And it kind of mimics like a juice drum setup with the big nut on the side. And we even got like the spring washer on there, which those are for disc brake deals. Let's see, what else do we have? There's a few other, there's some new stuff. Dude, this is sick. So this is the conversion plate to run a 4-speed and an Evo frame. So you can run your ratchet top right behind your Evo in the Softail frame, which will show our, we got one out there on Barracuda. But anyways, and then these, nobody's even seen these yet, so this is exclusive.
Oh, dang.
Our adjustable fender mount brackets. This one bolts to the back of your transmission plate. Boom, and this will go for all of our different models, but it's fully adjustable, no fabrication needed. Mount your fender, and it also has the top too. It's just a clamp that goes under your cross member, super adjustable for that top guy. So you don't got to pull out a welder, a grinder, nothing. You can bolt your rear fender, which like for us used to take, dude, I've mounted a fender probably 4 hours, right? Yeah. Fabbing up brackets, the whole nine. Dude, we're in and out of that in like an hour and a half.
Nice,
maybe.
dude.
It's quick. Yeah, we got some other stuff. We got foot controls we're getting ready to do. I'll show you some of that stuff. Our little bits.
Scan this to see the store.
Yeah. We got Big Dog Austin over here editing.
What's up?
Yeah, dude, we're trying to have a YouTube channel too, but we're little.
We're little, but we're mighty.
Look at the space, though. It's cool, man.
His love cave, dude.
This is where the magic happens.
He has a mustache, dude, so...
You gotta have good vibes, man.
Yeah, he's a strong lover.
I'm all about it's gotta smell good, it's gotta feel good.
Dude, yes. You got a candle going?
I don't actually burn through
Dude,
it.
he's got his deal. Dude, his first bike build?
No,
Look at
my
that.
first bike build.
His first bike build.
The Mini Mint.
The Mini Mint. That's so funny. The first bike he shot for us was Mint. Put in photo.
Well, yeah.
And then, yeah.
Right here.
He built it. There it is.
This
That was the first bike he shot for us.
Oh, dang.
Let me just move this off to the side. So,
Sick.
they had a freaking Lego version of it.
He's like, dude, look what I found.
What I found!
It was
So
rad.
you take all the photos for the site, pretty much.
All the photos,
Dang,
all
dude.
the product photos.
Legit, man.
And any of our
Videos.
videos. And so if you guys have seen any of our install videos for the Shovelhead hardtail, the Evo hardtail, this man did all the filming on that, which was a huge game changer.
And we're doing the the voltage plate.
Yes. So we're
Right
doing the
now.
voltage plate install video, which like we try to get closer with our install stuff
Yeah.
as the product comes out, but it kind of takes a while. And people ask like, can you do a video on the
Yeah.
install for this? Because it comes with a lot of hardware. Like that's one of the cool things that we really try to provide. Here it is. So like the voltage, like we provide everything. Oh, there's no bolts. I guess we got to get our shit together. But like all the wiring with like the shrink tubes that solder themselves, so you don't have to have a soldering gun. It comes with the breaker, it comes with all the wires you need. It comes with every nut and bolt, all stainless, like perfectly picked out, and for different models. So like, because I know for me, I'm like kind of a hardware, like I'm super particular on my hardware.
Yeah.
And that shit takes a long time. Like you don't want to be putting boogery hardware back on your brand new stuff. So I try to line it all out, and so that nobody needs to go run into Ace or wherever. Sorry if that, I don't know if it's plugging Ace over here, but you don't got to run to the hardware store and like pick out your bits, dude. I try to get everybody dialed. And it's also optional if they want to buy that.
Yeah.
Because it's not cheap, but it's all stainless and killer. Oh, and then we also like getting down on our packaging and stuff. Dang, so like when you do it, dude, we got the red. Dude, is that sexy, dude? We're trying. We want people to be pumped from the moment that they open, they're just like, oh, this is sick. And like try to give that whole experience, you know? So we're trying to put a lot of effort into our packaging. We're brand new, so like we got a lot to learn, and it's a bigger expense, but like we're trying our best to like give the customer like the best experience possible.
Yeah.
Oh, did you guys meet Sam? You gotta meet Sam. He is the dude. He's the magic maker, dude. He makes us legit.
What's up, Sam?
Hey guys, how's it going?
What you working on?
That battery thing.
Battery tray, dude.
The top.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a whole for mounting the oil bag base tray with different style battery mounts and all that stuff for all different versions. Once again, like everything we make is to make our lives easier so that we can pump bikes out quicker.
Yeah.
In turn, we get to make a product that will help other people too. So, when we benefit, you benefit. My messy ass desk. There's Frank. That dude's been with me for 17 years, dude.
Dang, dude.
What's up, homie? Can you hear us? He's hella deaf. Frankie, you want to say hi? Yeah, you don't know where you are, huh? It's okay.
Where am I?
You're safe. You're safe. Dude, right here. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you do, what you are doing, you will be successful.
Dang, dude.
God damn, I love what I do, baby. Oh, this is cool. And you're familiar with this, the bike that started it all.
Yeah.
The Poser Pan. You know, so I've been in the Evo game for a long time.
Is it sold or where is it now?
It's sitting in storage.
Oh, you still have it then?
Oh, fuck yeah. I'll die with that bike.
Oh, dang.
Yeah,
Sick.
like no doubt.
Is that
no
you
doubt.
right there?
That's me. Yeah, young Alex with, I still had hair on my head. I was quite intoxicated in that photo, trying to keep it together. And the guy that took the photo, God, he's such a famous photographer too. I forget his name, but it was an honor that I got shot at Easy Rider for that, and they put me in their magazine.
Sick. Before they closed down the track, dude.
Yeah, and I got to take a knucklehead that we built and rip it. I'll tell you what, that is not the kind of tire that you want to try to drag race on. Dude, that was sketchy. And this was a 96-inch knuckle, too.
Oh, shit.
So this thing was crazy powerful. And the seat that I'm running had no hold. So, dude, you are just like holding on for dear life to not get thrown off. And then the most inspirational man in my life ever is my father right there. I kind of wish this wasn't. I'm just going to take it off. We're going to get right to it. So here's my dad. This man means the world to me. John English. He's what started it all. This is the bike that started it all. This was his 52 birth year panhead, right? And this one, it's a pan shovel. But dude, he built.
There you go.
Yep,
Clear,
thanks.
yep.
He built this bike. Started riding it around. Immediately met this dude that wanted to start a shop with him, and it's what started Bikers Connection. And then once I got old enough to work for him, I started to work for him at that shop. And pretty much the rest is history. Then we had old E Metalworks, and I've gone through a couple renditions, and this is the newest one, Krispy Co, which I think has been a business. We went legit and got LLC'd in March of last year, so we're still pretty new. But yeah, and rest his soul, we just lost him last week, so kind of an emotional time for me, which is really cool that you're here, and like really getting to honor my dad and basically, living on his legacy.
Yeah, I'm glad I was able to meet him,
Yeah, dude, that's huge.
At OE.
Yep. What was that? Was it a party or
No, for the Google pictures.
Oh my God, you came for the Google photos. God,
Yeah.
that's so crazy. Dude, here we are how many years later?
I moved up to Elk Grove 2014, 10 years later.
Dude, that is insane.
Yeah, 10 years.
Yeah,
dude.
man, but that dude's a legend. He made it all happen. I'm gonna miss that guy like nobody's business. But
he's
yeah,
proud though. I'm sure he's proud.
he's hella proud, man. Like that's all he ever talked about. He was so stoked. He really didn't get to see a lot of what was going on here because he had really gotten sick. But every time I'd see him, how many guys are working there? Like, what's going on? Dude, you're killing it, dude. He's like, you did so much better than me. It's gonna fucking choke me up. But yeah, he was just he was crazy proud, and this is all he cared about. He was a shop dude, you know. And I got to spend my entire youth and a lot of my adulthood building bikes with him and running shops and just successes and failures like nobody's business, dude. So getting John English, dude. It's the man. Moving on, we got our little packaging, our shipping room, dude. No pun intended. There's our big ship.
That's so sick, dude.
Yeah, dude. We're all the cats that play our little online games. You can ship out all your stuff to this. Building up our merch.
I like that there's a room for everything.
There's a room, dude. That's what was weird about this building. When I decided to get a building again after leaving my house. Once again, I'll give a little preface on that. We had Old E. I had Old E for 12 years through the pandemic. Ended up shutting it down, moving to my house, and just building bikes and selling parts out of the house. We bought some property up here in Colfax, California, and left Sacramento. And then after a little bit, I didn't want to be alone on that property anymore. It was like, you got to share this with people, dude.
Yeah.
And I met a really cool dude that is actually my business coach today. And he has been just kind of training me, teaching me how to actually have real employees and be a real business and back all that. And really, and Sam was the biggest catalyst of that too. Like when Sam and I met, I had no idea the relationship him and I were going to eventually embark on. Like we're the mom and dad over here. You know what I mean? But he's the one that keeps us high and tight and legit. Communications are good, organization. And that's really what it took for this to become a real business instead of just like what I had been doing for so many years. Yeah. You know? Yeah, dude. We're really proud of this. This is like a funny one. People don't realize. But like just the way that we wanted to organize our boxes, dude. Like we made this thing. Like this is the weird stuff that people would not know that like makes us the most proud.
Yeah.
Is like storage of boxes. Like nobody would know how many different kinds of tapes we went through so that boxes wouldn't come open when we ship stuff. Mm-hmm. And there's so much back end, like nothing to do with bikes or parts that we had to go through for the first time and learn and all that, which to me was one of the coolest things ever because, you know, I've been doing this for over 20 years now. And dude, you can get stagnant and stale, dude, in this thing that like you're once passionate with. And I've never lost the passion, but I've definitely had my ups and downs and like thought about leaving the industry and doing something else, but like it's all I've done. Yeah. So that's why building this business and trying to become a product producer and build a brand and all that, it's brand new. So it's like, it's taking this thing I've been doing for a long time and like it freshened it up. It's like rekindled my love and joy for it all. But anyways, yeah, dude, boxes.
But like you have to go through those stages to get to where you're at right now, right?
Fully, dude, like 100%. Like you hear cats are like, yeah, I got 25 years experience. And like, dude, most of that's like doing it wrong and like going through the trials and tribulations. Mm-hmm. So like none of it's easy and that's good. That's like they say,
never stop learning, right?
Never stop learning, no. And a freaking, dude, what am I trying to say? What's the guy that steers the ship?
The captain?
A sailor never learns in calm seas.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So, you gotta embrace the suck, you know, and the hard stuff. My little widget spot, dude. Trying to get it, I just put my little shelf up, so my little widgets. Cool, like doing little bits. I don't wear jewelry, but I like to put little bedazzles on the bikes and like little random stuff. I love using belt buckles and stuff. I think
where you find them? At swap meets and stuff? Or?
Swap meets, vintage stuff, dude. Honestly, just like out thrifting with the chick. Always finding bits of little stuff. Like, dude, imagine this as a taillight. Yeah. Oh, so sick.
That's sick.
Yeah, dude, this is my dad's helmet, dude. Supports the fab shop.
Yeah, I remember the
days.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, these are sick.
Sorry. And then our parts room. Oh, what's up, dude? What's up? Buggy, one of the hardest workers in the shop.
Just kidding.
In his dreams. Oh, you found a new couch?
Yeah, dude.
Sick.
For sale.
This is Pucky. I think Pucky was our first edition.
Yeah.
We did a post on. We want to make sure the lighting's really good for him. There we go. It's so pretty. He was our first. Sam didn't even know. I came into work and I was like so fed up with I was so tired. I'm like our hardtails started kicking off, so I'm like I'm welding hardtails, I'm fabbing that, posting parts, we're doing this, and he's hella doing all his work, and I'm like, dude, we're like we've hit another cap. Like I can't. Dude, we're burning the candle at both ends. I'm working 7 days a week. It's freaking gnarly. And the potential's there. Like, we need bodies. And I just put a post out, and I was like, if you're looking for a job, we're hiring, blah, blah, blah. And he was one of the first people to message. And I legitimately knew right off the bat, Sam's more, like, professional and was like, we're going to interview all these people. And I'm like, I don't think we need to. And I'm like, this is the guy. Like, straight up. Like, it's Pucky. Like, I just knew the passion that you could tell too, like where you were at in your life.
It just was like right place at the right time. Like,
I
came in here and I was just like, I was doing some side work for my brother-in-law. And as soon as he posted, I was like, dude, I've been wanting to work in like a shop, being around like motorcycles is what I love. And it's funny because I was like, yeah, I could probably do like 2 days a week, you know? And like, I don't think
it's supposed to be super part-time.
I don't think I ever worked 2 days. It just immediately was like, actually, if you want to work every day, I was like, okay. And like literally cut to like a week later, I'm calling my brother-in-law like, yeah, I quit. Like, you're on your own, dude. Like,
that's sick, man.
I remember you were like, I still got to work for this guy. And I was like, that's going to be kind of a bummer. Like, yeah. I get it. But yeah, he was looking for a shift in careers and wanted to be passionate. He's a musician and he was already doing music gigs and all that stuff.
Yeah, and our personalities just clicked.
Yeah.
Like,
same energy.
Everyone had the same energy. We all got along super well. It was funny because when I came in an interview too, we were talking for like an hour and a half. They were kind of like, you need to go, someone else is coming in. I was like, all right.
To be honest, he was like, if I don't get this job, I don't know how the fuck.
Oh, I was like, if I don't get this job, I'm going to be super bummed. Like,
I don't think anybody can be better than what I just laid out.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the vibe was so good.
When I left, I said, I hope everybody else sucks.
That's what I was like, this guy rules. And since then, he has been that offensive human.
Nice.
On every turn. Hope the next guy sucks. I was like, oh, you're so fucking hired. I love it. But yeah, so this is our parts room. We're like some of what we use and mostly a lot of what we need to sell because we need to make room for our new products, dude, because those little baby shelves out there are getting filled, and we want to be able to house as much as we can, and whatever's on our website is we have it and it's in stock. If not, we don't do any drop ship bullshit, because like we've been screwed by that too, and like you think it's coming, then you get an email and they're like, it's not, and I'm like, dude. So I do want to provide that. So when cats order from us, like we really want to stand by like fast shipping and all that. And even with and we're going to show you the hardtails too. Like that was a big problem that I had seen in the industry. Is the hardtails, like, dude, you couldn't get them, especially through COVID. Like that whole supply and demand thing, or the shipping, whatever. Just couldn't get hardtails. So like I was kind of doing my own. And then once I was able to make the ones that we sold, I was like, dude, we can like inherently like never run out. Like I want when people order a hardtail, like they're getting it like max for us. And we tell them thing max is 2 weeks. Like, and usually the only that's holding us up is our axle plates because they're made in the USA by a one-man show. Yeah. Like that's basically our biggest like pigeonhole, which is hardtail choppers. And he absolutely makes the best axle plate. We bought them from everybody else, and they are by far the best cast axle plate there is. And so, yeah, he's kind of our only bottleneck. No offense, John, and he knows it. But he's got a superior product. So like, we got to wait for it sometimes. You know what I mean? This is a really cool painting. This is how I met my fiance. I hired her to come do a painting for me.
Oh dang! So you
That's
fell
the
in
poser
love.
pan. Oh yeah, I'm also a super. I made sure that the paint job she had to do, she had to be at the shop to do it. So I ain't no dummy, dude. It worked out.
Dang, that's
there's,
good.
There's me just freaking. You know why the bike parked there? I had to go take a piss, dude.
I think you're fishing, dude.
And the cool thing is I had planned for 2 of these, and this was obviously when I had a much bigger shop and it was hung up. But it was the journey and the destination. And you know what was really cool? Is we just never got to the destination.
Yeah.
Because it's all about
the journey.
The journey. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to be.
Yeah.
You just keep rolling, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the motorcycle thing. Like, yeah, there's a destination when you're riding bikes, but
The
usually
journey
you
to
don't
get
want the
there.
destination. Like, every big ride I ever do, I'm like, I'd rather just keep rolling.
Yeah.
Like, the destination usually gets in the way.
Because once you get to destination, it's over.
Yeah.
Right.
It's over, and then you got to turn around and
Yeah.
go home. This is what we call the garage. It's kind of where everything kind of comes in. One of our customer builds, we got a wild chassis. I'll show you guys. We made this frame for this knucklehead build that's insane. Obviously, one of our giveaway bikes, a 1967 slab shide. So someone might be getting this for $33. It's one of our gigs. We give away a lot of bikes for very, very little dollars. Bikes that are up to bat. So those are all, matching numbered, titled cone shovels, which is one of our favorite platforms. So yeah, these ones are stripped down, getting ready to get built out. Dude, this was a crate. Dude, one of my funnest tools.
Oh, the
we still
barking.
need we still need better media.
Yeah.
But super stoked to finally get a tumbler, dude, because I love tumbled finish. I just got this thing, super rad. It's like the cool thing with production, like we end up getting, you gotta get the rad tools and stuff to do stuff and do it quicker. So it's gonna help us. I used to spend hella time sandblasting and brushing on my parts or having to get them finished. Like we're starting to get into where now we can get shit done really fast. And this is where the magic happens. Ben is gone. Where's Ben? He's probably out back. But this is where we make all the hardtails that we sell. This is our shovel head hardtail, and it is warm. Yep, that is hot. So Ben just welded this one up. There you go.
Hot.
This is for Sam. Because Sam wants to touch everything. And he burns his hand. And I was like, don't, that's hot. He's like, what? For a smart guy, he does some dumb shit. But this was cool when I first made this. It was my first rotisserie, dude. So I used to make all of these in the CT Newman jig, which was rad because it was just Sam and I was by myself. The jig was fine to just make a product out of. And then all of a sudden, we started to need to do installs. So the jig needed to get freed up, so I had to make a new jig and start separating them out. And this one's really cool because it switches out for our Evos and our shovel heads. And I'll show you an Evo hardtail here in a little bit. But yeah, super rad, makes our welding really good so that we can do full 360.
Yeah.
Everything's fucking TIG welded, super tits. But yeah, it's a really fun. I'm sure I'll look back on this jig one day and be like, man, that thing was booty. But you know what? It works.
Yeah.
It works great. But yeah, that's what's cool about this video is can't wait to look back on it. Although this is a pretty big shop, storage is hard because I like lots and lots of stuff. So making up these metal racks was really bitching to house our stuff, to utilize the wall and keep our floor space good because we're already outgrown this space. And then a tribute to Old E Metalworks. That's for me where it all began. So I don't ever want to forget where I came from. Lathe and mill, which these are really bitchin' machines that I purchased from a guy that made Formula One cars.
Wow.
He was in our complex, Dan Fodge. And dude, this guy was a G, man. Super sad to see it's that old age stuff. He was timing out, was messing stuff up, kind of got old. But I was right there with him and I was able to purchase his machines. And then he would come into the shop and still do some of his work, which was an honor to have him around and to be able to use his tooling. He made these crazy fuel things for Formula One cars that's gnarly, brain, nuts. Rest in peace, I don't think he's with us either anymore, but these machines had built some serious stuff. So once again, kind of cool to take on those legacies as well.
Yeah, got history behind it too,
Big time history, dude, big time history. This is a cool piece art. This we use for, it's really hard to get all the bending right because tubing changes, right? From tube to tube. Some of it, you do the same bend and it's off a half a degree or degree no matter what. So It's our crazy little restraint router dude. Once again, one day we'll have like a mandrel bender and do all that, but we bend all of our tube by hand on my old bender only because it's what we started it on and we don't want to have to change, you know, because like everything's dialed and figured out for the dog leg and all that. And we have a process. It's not the fastest, but
it works.
In the day, it works, and we're really dialed. And so when people buy our hardtails, like, you know, we hand make these things, dude. So this first generation stuff is really, really cool. And then I also got the CT Newman bender, which I'm sorry, Christian, I have yet to even fire this thing up and use it. It's hard to teach old dogs new tricks, you know, but we'll get there. We'll get there, dude. Yeah, and then...
Wait, before we go into the room,
yeah.
Tell us about that sign, dude.
Oh, yeah, dude. So important. We're trying to get more signs around. I do, we do, you do. Super important thing. Actually, a school teacher, Sam's girlfriend is a school teacher, and she was like, this is the method you got to use. So for us to get something right, whoever designed or started that first product, if they're going to hand it over to someone else to do it, it's I do, we do, then you do. And in that way, you know for sure that person has fully figured it out. You can walk away and you know they're going to be able to do it correctly. So a big thing here too in learning is just like really setting this up for success. Whenever people, because we all wear a lot of hats. Like Pucky sells parts, Pucky machines parts, right? Like he does Instagram sales and media and writes. You'd blow your mind what everybody does here. Like everybody does a little bit of something. Even our media guy, Austin, has sat on the mill, you know?
Dang, legit.
Everybody does, especially for hardtails. Like I said, we got to do it. And if we're busy, it's like, I know you're editor, dude, but like, here's how we do the machine. I'm like, machine these bits, you know? Which once again, a really cool time for the people that come, oh, there's Ben. No. Oh. I got caught. This is Ben. He was our first, he's my lead fabricator here at Krispy Co. But yeah, he's a G, man. He's the one that bangs out.
I got the hat on too.
Oh shit, no, it's cool. Dude, show him. Yeah, this is what fabrication will get you. Do you want to be a fabricator?
You gotta lose your hair first.
I fabricated with this dude that was so harsh. Man, I swear, like, I'll be honest, like, I would borderline cry. He was so mean. But he, like, God, that man taught me so much. It was a different era.
Yeah.
We weren't that nice in shops, dude.
No.
We're a nice shop. I came from some hard knock spots, but he would look at my hand and he's like, those hands aren't gonna be able to do it. And he was like, I was like, fuck off, dude. He was so mean. But then one day I built Poser Pan and I went back to that shop. And now this is all he said. Oh, you were paying attention. And I was like I melted. I was like, that was the biggest compliment I had ever gotten. And I watched the way he looked over my bike and I knew it when I was gonna show him. I was like, what's up, Martin? And I was like, dude, he just inspected my shit and was like, oh, so you were paying attention. I was like, whoa. So that was huge, dude.
That's hilarious. Something that small is like a giant compliment. You're like, whoa. You don't say things.
Yeah, other than mean things.
Yeah.
He was a sweetheart nonetheless. Also, this hardcore dude that all he listened to in the shop was, because he was from Germany or somewhere in Europe, and he was like really into dance clubs. So he just had like trance music playing all the time in this like
trying to concentrate.
and I'm just like, you're the weirdest dude. Then they'd always speak in German, and you want to talk about like the worst feeling ever, because like you'd be working and then like the owner and Martin would come and they just start speaking in German, and you're like, I'm fucking fired right now.
Like, I don't know what they're saying. It's got to be bad.
It sounds all intense. I'm like, I know you're talking about me right now.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, this is Ben. And he does a lot of our bike building as well, and he custom fab, making all the fixtures, doing all of our new sissy bars that are coming out. He's a G, dude. Literally, we can't do it without you, bud.
I know.
We don't have any more money, but we'll try. We're shooting for it, man. So yeah, this is where the magic really happens. Where babies are made, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I was supposed to do the cribs thing where I like jump on the fab table. I did that. We were pretending we were gonna do a cribs video, and I jumped and just like whacked my ankle and like almost cried. And I was like, okay, if we ever do a cribs video, don't hurt yourself jumping on the table. But dude, here, oh,
That's your baby right
dude,
there.
this is the baby. This one is gonna change my life for sure. I know it. Although the shovel head one definitely did. I think this is gonna be huge, man. We're really advocates and pushing for the reliable chopper game, which is, super cool that you and I are friends and doing this thing where watching you build all those Evo bikes. And honestly, I heard it on the streets too. Like all the dudes are like, I want to do a big twin Evo, do a big twin Evo. And I was like, oh, that's coming. I was like, all right, cool. And I'd already been on an Evo my entire motorcycle career. Like that's my bike. And as a chopper, but it was in a Paco frame. And, after doing the hardtail thing, I was like, I got to do a big twin Evo hardtail. And nobody made one.
Yeah.
So that was like, and when I made this, everyone's like, I can't believe nobody did that. And I was like, I can't believe it either. Like, boom, I got to stamp it that we made the first one. And when I did it, like we have other models coming soon that are a little more affordable because this thing is not cheap, right? Because it's legit. It's made with in-house, small business in the US with US made stuff, which that just means it's going to be on the more expensive side. And that we have cast axle plates, like I said, made in the US. And then we also do a cast seat post yoke up here. So it mimics the panhead style. So with the hardtail style with the two dudes, whatever, slugs in at the top. And then we slug them at the bottom. And then it registers where the shocks go. So this is really for soft tail chassis only.
Yeah.
So what is it, 86 to 99. And then we did it like super, I mimic everything from the panhead stuff. So everything's super tight and tapered. It's not wide and bogus. Like, I'm into everybody's stuff, but like, I just wanted this. There's a reason why people build panheads and they look so good, right? And it's because their chassis are petite and they're tight and just, they're built in an era where just things were just different, So it was a no-brainer to really mimic that when we did this. And the fact is, do I have one up here? I don't know. So Evos, they have a cast neck. It's basically a shovel head engine. So like once that frame is done, there's only a couple things that are tall tale signs that it's not like a early pan frame or whatever, which is like the bend in the backbone because the Evo engines are taller. And then there's the
down tube for the pipe, right?
And then the down tubes are going to have a bunch of like pinches in them.
Yeah.
And then the neck, the cups are casted into the neck instead of having removable neck cups. But other than that, like when we finish a frame and you put it next to a shovel head one, like it's going to take a trained eye to tell the difference, right? For the most part. You're going to see some variations. Also we don't have any of the slugs. The big thing for our shovel head hardtail that made it different, which I could show you on this bike in particular, is we come into the back of the tranny mount instead of going all the way forward and having to redo all the transmission mounts at the rear. And we've got sleeves and stuff to make it solid. But also it's this sliding slug system here, which I don't have any, and I totally should have set that up. Usually if you say you use like a V-twin hardtail or whatever, you're gonna have to change out the yoke here, and you gotta buy that as well, which is expensive. Then it redoes all this, which on like, I'm a big fan of V-twin to a degree. Like I use their stuff, I pick and choose, but like their tranny mounts don't mount right, and there's all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. But anyways, it's like the way we come into back here, so we can make this a little less, this is more affordable than a lot of the other ones out there because we don't have to fabricate all this and you don't have to replace your yoke. You just have to cut it and you bend this down and you re-weld and shape them out. And if you do a decent enough job, this yoke looks like it was stock, right? Because you just got to get these rails to match up with this. And we have super, super detailed instructions on how to install this. Because like I'm a firm believer, dude, it's like teach everyone else how to do it. Like there are no secrets here. I will tell everybody every step of what we did. You're a big believer in that too. Like, why I really respect you, when you're doing the YouTube thing and you're like, Alex, you got to get into it, man. Do the YouTube thing. And I was like, dude, people don't do that. There's a lot of gatekeeping, right? And secret holding and all that stuff. And it's just not the way it is anymore, dude. Like, I came from an era of building custom bikes for people, and then everyone started building their own bikes, and you have to, like, that was a big transition to where, like, I wasn't getting commissioned for big builds anymore, dude. And like, you got to get creative, which for me was, I started repairing trailers, and I turned my fab shop into more of a commercial fab shop, right? And then I still got to do bikes, but I had to pivot because the bike game just wasn't paying bills anymore.
Yeah.
And now with product line and our bikes and stuff, like, hopefully we do this all under our own accord. Like, we don't do a lot of service or commission builds really at all. We're just now entering into some. But anyways, back to the hardtail. So with the sliding slug system, you don't, like, if that wasn't the case for this, you'd have to put a gusset here because you can't put two tubes together without slugging it. It's just not safe. So, and once this is tapered, you can't slug stuff because everything's at angles. So what I used to do is I used to hack up V-twin hardtails, and I'd cut a slit and I'd do my own little slug sleeve. And I was like, dude, I should just make a hardtail, because I'm what used to take me 6 hours to do a hardtail, or maybe even 8. Like, it'd take all day to do a V-twin hardtail sometimes. Like, I could do this one in half the time, right? And I was like, I should do this for people. And lo and behold, people were into it. My only worry when I made it was, are people going to be okay with this bottom casting staying here and not having like a smooth pipe through, right? And people seem to be cool with it, and I think it's cool. It's more dimension to the frame, and at the end of the day, it's a shovel head frame. Like, it's not a pan. Like, we can wiggle, and clearly it has all the cast axle plate stuff too. And if you check this out, this one in particular is also set up for a juice drum. So we sell the tab to run a juice drum. And then on this one in particular, I really got tricked with it too. And I did, this bike has a little spider web, which you can't really see, but I put a little spider web in there for fun.
Sick.
Funny thing over here, so Sam like laughed because I was like, I gotta get another mill and lathe, and this is like a hella cool mill, and you have to maybe go to the other side to like look at its base. Is like, it's so sick. Found that thing on Marketplace. I've not even used it yet, but it's just rad and old. It's an old I don't remember. It's an old Lincoln. Actually, no, I don't know how to read. I'm a bike builder, not a freaking wordsmith. But I bought that because, you know that old saying? It's like if you put a shelf somewhere, you'll fill it.
Yeah.
Right. So like, you got to make the space for the things to grow. So I was like, dude, we're gonna get so busy. We're gonna need a second mill and lathe, because like when they're in their machining parts, like I'm gonna need it in here to be building bikes. We haven't quite crossed that bridge yet. We haven't fought over the machines too bad. It's been okay, but the time will come, and then these are gonna play a part where like we don't gotta stop and wait for somebody to finish something. Or if we're set up with jigging in there, like you really can't undo that, and it could be an all-day thing.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there needing to make wheel spacers, and you're like, oh my god, I can't build the bike because I can't just make some freaking spacers real quick. So there's that. There's the rest of the dogs. Frankie always leaves a little piddle. This is his mop bucket. No respect from Frank. Hey, you want to go out with these guys? Little Charlie and Louie. They're being so good right now. Yeah, you want to come in? Oh, what are you doing? Yeah, no, you can hang. Oh, dude, the boneyard, bro. You gotta seek around all the. Probably a fire hazard at this point.
Skeletons.
all the rear sections. Dude, when people want to go back to swing arms, we are gonna be rich, dude. So this is that crazy frame for the knucklehead.
Oh, dang.
This guy, dude, that's all stainless and
Holy
machine.
cow.
Should I pull this thing down so you can see it? It's freaking wild.
Dang.
It's got some like really, really cool stuff on it, dude. Weighs a ton. Trust me, I'm actually kind of strong. Yeah, so we still got a lot of work to do. It's out of an aftermarket, it's a V-twin frame.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure where this guy's going with this. We really got commissioned for just the chassis portion. This is stainless, and it is hollow, and it's made out of 2 pieces.
Crazy.
I forget how many hours he said in machining on this, but it was nuts, dude. Super crazy. All polished, and then obviously same axle plates we run, and it's polished stainless too. Let's check out this seat yoke back here. So we made this to kind of replicate the other setup, and you gotta look at those welds, dude.
Damn.
So, as far as the welds go, I do have to give credit where credit is due. We did not do these welds. So we had Micah Vince. He works over at Modus. They changed their name, so I just call him Modus. But they do all of our laser cutting, and he's a homie for a long, long time. But he works with so much stainless. And Ben and I were like, this was a stressful thing. I'm like, dude, this is, I don't know, this piece is more than most of the bikes in here complete, right? Like it's really expensive. So we didn't want to screw it up. And I put the pressure on poor Micah. I was like, you got to weld this, dude. Like, you know what's up. And he even he had to wait for the right day to weld. I told him, don't do it unless you are in primo. And the guy never even asked for that. But when we saw this, I was like, dude, like we can't mess around. It's got to be perfect. And now it's got these welds with like booty ass between mid welds. But I don't know, I'm sure he'll probably end up molding the rest of the frame so you can't see. And you can see where we came in, we had to redo all the wishbone stuff. And this is gnarly. We've got our sliding slug system in here too. Like it's a really trick way to get slugs in places where angles are gonna make it so that you can't. And then we made the whole back section and salvaged some of it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a crazy building.
Yeah, I'm still kind of tripping on like how a tank gets on there, but whatever. It's his deal. We've got a little Sportster for our homie Sabrina, dude. That she's one of the Moto maidens.
I saw she did the hardtail, right? Or
yeah, and that's a lowbrow hardtail because this is a 2006, right? So it's super tough build in my opinion with the rubber mounts, but lowbrow makes this badass hardtail that saved so much time for us, dude, because we were about to do it on our own because they had actually run out of stock. And right as it came to the build, boom, they had like 9, and I was like, oh my god, order that hardtail. Because we're looking at doing some Sportster hardtails in the future with cast axle plates and stuff like that, but like I said, it's a process. Oh, and just to reiterate for Cat's Eye, if you ever go up and you look and you see that Evo hardtail is a little bit out of your budget, like I said, I've got a budget one coming, but I had to do the top shelf, bougie, like what I thought was the perfect hardtail. And then I'll do a budget one for Cats. But, the Evo frame, this is what it looks like. And this is kind of gross, but I'm going to make it to where people can leave this and not do the cast yoke, and we'll come back. And, I'm not a big fan of this for the hardtails, but it's fine if you're on a budget and you want to do one that's half the price of that. I'm gonna make that guy for you people.
options.
You gotta have options. You gotta have the tiers.
Yep.
And this actually is my bike. This is a birth year.
Oh, dang.
1985. This is the first year Evo, which is funny that I'm into Evos because that's the year I was born. Is when they kicked. I think that was not by mistake. Somebody hit me up and was like, dude, because they knew I'm after Evos, and sent me the link, and I was like, no way, it's a birth year too. And I was like, I just promised everyone I'd stop buying bikes for a second so I could do other shit. And I was like, I gotta go buy this bike. So I went and got it. I'm super stoked. I got wild cool ideas. I put, the early shovel pan swing arm on it. So I put a round swing arm with a juice drum rear. Obviously I love knobby tires. Running a lot of the stock stuff. I got rid of the starter. I cleaned everything up, but I want to keep it nice and crusty. So I'm leaving all that crisp, but it's kind of been gone through. Obviously, it'll have all new oil lines and electrical, and everything will be dialed. Early panhead front end on it with the drum brake. Pan risers. Cool bars I've been hoarding for a long time. I'll show you. And these are the tins. Been holding these ones for a long time.
Oh, dang.
Can't tell you if people see our posts and how much for the blue tanks? And I'm like, most anything on this wall is never for sale.
Yeah.
But
dang, that is cool.
I'm doing a split tank setup. And these were spray painted when I bought a bike and I saw some blue coming through and maybe even a little gold, and I just started rubbing on it. And someone had already ground all this, which was kind of a bummer. But dude, I took off. It was just primered. Luckily.
Oh wow.
I took it down, and God, this was underneath it.
Crazy.
So sick, dude.
I can't imagine like discovering gold, pretty much, right?
What?
Just like discovering gold.
Oh, dude, it was fucking nuts. And another crazy thing with it is Mike Dias. You're familiar with Mike Dias. I did a post, and he was like, "Dude, where'd you get those tips? Those were blah blah." And like he knew where they came from.
Wow.
So just like a crazy story through all that. One of those, it's kind of a sad purchase. The bike that I bought, the guy was like living in a hotel. It was just like, sometimes I don't know what your experience has been getting bikes and stuff, but they always come with a story.
Yeah.
Some are good, some are really sad. But it also had the matching rear fender too.
Dang, that's gonna be
So
cool.
to run the FX fender, probably gonna leave it mids. Also got this from my homie Keith. Flying Peas, yeah. I always have to give credit where credit's due. At the swap meet, and been holding on this because I've been wanting to do mom and pop bike, dude. So every bike I build ends up with some tiny little pee pad. Emily hates it. It's like never comfortable for her. So that's why I swing arm, the nice 2-up. Dude, she's got ample space. It still might not look like a lot for folks, but when it comes to choppers, there's a wide seat. You know? So I got that. Here's where it gets really cool, dude. I want to share this. So, and this especially after like just losing my father and stuff, and really it's a tribute to him too. I'm also looking for a 52 to build another bike similar to the one that he had. Cause yeah, great man, but he sold that bike to fund his shop way back when. The bike ended up in Japan, and we don't know where that bike is today, but like, he gave up his special bike just to like pay the bills and keep it rolling. That's what happens here. And I learned that. That's why when you guys saw that bike that we showed earlier, I will never get rid of that bike. I know too many shop owners that sold their flagship bike to pay bills. Yeah. And then the bike goes, and dude, bills are going to keep rolling. Money's not real. I mean, it's real, but it's like, it's never worth it, dude. Yeah. Like, I'm a huge believer. I even tell my friends, I see them selling their first bike, I'm like, don't do it, man. Like, you will look back and you're going to regret it. So if you still have your first bike, do not sell that thing. It's not for paper and screw the money, dude. Like, keep that shit, man. I cannot stress that enough, dude. Do you still have your first bike?
Yeah, guys, stop asking me if I'm still my shovel. Dude, we keep asking me all the time, like, you sell that, sell that. Like, no, man. This is my first shovel ever. I'm keeping it forever, Seriously, I'm going to hold you to it, dude. Like, you have to. I mean, I get goosebumps thinking about it. Like, I'm so happy I never... Because there was a moment. Yeah. I thought about it. Money's tight.
I almost had somebody talk me into it. Like, think about what we can do, man. You can get all this money for that bike. And, like, that's insane. Yeah. No. But anyways, so you guys are going to learn my birthday here. So 1985 is when I was born. Boom, March. I was born in March. And...
Dang, March what?
3rd.
Oh, dang. I'm March 6th, dude.
Are you really? Yeah. You're a Pisces?
Yeah.
What's up, dude? Hella sensitive dudes. We're lovers, man. We're big feelers, dude. That says a lot. That's why I vibed out with you, man. But yeah, so that's kind of cool. I'm a numbers guy. My dad was a big numbers dude. Like, we're always like looking for the signs and seeing are we on the right path and stuff. And that's what was cool. Like, I didn't realize what this bike was going to become, especially in a time like this, where I'm like, because you always do like the birth year of like our parent, and like really like do your birth year too, because like that he birth, I'm his little kid, and to build out an 85 like right when he's passing and stuff is...
It's a good tribute.
Dude, it's hella sick tribute, dude. I'm super stoked. And I still have his last bike that he built. Yeah. And it was actually funny. I'll show this to you guys. Like, it's a bagger. If you guys look at my Instagram, you'll see... Actually, I don't think I've actually posted it. I'm going to do a post for my dad. It might be out by the time this comes out and you guys can meet John in English. But he... it's a shovel head, but it's an 82, so it's kind of like a bagger. So it's kind of it's a dad bike. And I was like, when he passes, I'm going to build that thing into like a sick, like I've got some chrome tanks, split tanks. I'm like, I'm going to do this rad bike that's like me, right? And then he passed on Friday, which was just a couple days ago. I did a post for him, and it was with the bike and him firing it for the first time and him like riding it with this big shit-eating grin. And I was like, oh my God, dude, like I can't change that bike at all. Yeah. And it's got like rad little oldie emblems that he had the machine shop across the way make for the brake calipers and like all this stuff. And I was like, I can't believe it. I was like, I was going to try to make a cool guy bike out of this thing and just like totally diminish all the stuff. So Yeah, I'll have my dad bagger, you know.
Yeah. Sick.
In memory of him, and that thing is comfortable. I rode that bike to Born Free because my bike had broke down, and I rode his while he drove and all that stuff. So there are more memories on that bike as well, and it's still a shovel head, so it's rad. And he like did it with a 5-speed, and like bike's like fucking matches miles, dude.
Sick.
You know, and a fairing, so it's like in a custom made La Paris seat, like it's really comfortable.
Yeah.
And I wanted to go make it shitty and uncomfortable. Yeah, dude, all the treasures. Oh, Emily did this. My fiance painted this.
Wow.
A while back, I got the tank. We'll go take a look at it, and we rolled the tank
That's
game.
cool.
But yeah, I like crusty paint job. It's the only one she's done. Another thing, I'm a sentimental guy. I'll never, like, once this lands on a bike, which it's gone on a few, and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna build that bike out, sell it, or do a giveaway on it. I pulled the tins back because I don't know if she'll ever do me another paint job. So that one's special. Put your ass on some class, they say.
That's a cool sticker right there.
Born on a mountain, raised in a cave, biking and fucking is all I crave. Which is cool. That's real old too.
Yeah.
Like people remake those, but that's a legit old one. That one's from the day. Yeah, I told you guys I like lights, dude.
Yeah, I like the vibes in here, dude.
Yeah. So I'm sure you could probably figure out who put these lights up. Freaking Austin, dude. He's like, we need to put light. Like, dude, he's in here like making it all sex cavey. Which I'm so stoked because it really changed the vibe.
Yeah.
And it was cool too because like, you know, I went and took the Sosa Metalworks class on shaping and stuff, and that man is just like one of my favorites. He's a hell of inspiration for me too. Christian Sosa. And I didn't look back and like I saw he's got all the light stuff, and his shop is phenomenal. Have you ever been there?
No.
Oh, you should go take his class.
It's in Vegas, right?
Oh yeah, dude, for the weekend.
Oh, sick, yeah.
Game changer. And like I was already a fabricator, right? And I remember calling him and being like, I want to take your class, but like, dude, I'm a struggling shop owner. Like, you know, I think they're like $1,000 the weekend. I got to take up work, and at the time, like that's everything for me, you know. And he's like, I know it's super hard to do this, but he's like, I'm telling you, like, it's worth it. He's like, I know you think you know some stuff, but like, just take the class. And I learned so much.
Is it like how many days?
So it's at least 2. I know for sure. And I think you like show up on Friday, and dude, he fucking barbecues.
How big is the class?
I think there was like 10 people.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 10. He keeps
Yeah.
it right at 10.
That's nice.
He's got all of his hammers set up and stuff. And I've got one of his hammers. It's still in my house. Once again, for people to understand, like we moved into this building in March of last year. So we've only been here just a little over a year. What is it now? It's May.
It feels like you guys have been here for a while.
Dude, yeah.
All the stuff you guys have on.
To set this building up and to be doing work to survive financially and then growing, it's mind-blowing to think that we actually have done what we've done in such a short period of time.
Oh, this is your dad right here.
Yeah, there he is.
But he's shovel, right?
Pan.
Oh, it's pan.
And this one's when he had the pan top on there. It wouldn't fire.
Oh.
Yeah. This is cool. So got this tank at the swap meet in the Bay Area. That's
Hunter's Point, right?
Hunter's Point. So at Hunter's Point, saw this on a guy was trying to sell a roller, and I was like, dude, can I just buy the tank? And he was like, yeah, and it had tape on it. He was getting ready to repaint it, right? Just over the flames or whatever. And I was like, I'll buy it. So I buy the thing, and then all of a sudden I get a message from Nathan Sykes, and he's like, dude, that tank on your wall, it's one of the first tanks I ever did.
Oh, dang.
So
crazy.
I'm going to save this for a real long time.
Yeah.
And when Nathan Sykes paint jobs are crazy expensive because they're vintage when that era hits, I'm gonna be like, so I got to get with him and I think I have the message still. I'm going to do and frame it with it. So retirement. Thank you, Nathan. I got it for like $100 or something, you know?
Yeah, he's killing it, man, with paint.
Dude, it's wild stuff, dude. These are also very special to me, these chrome ones. Got these from a homie at a swap meet, but just like old aged chrome, like you just can't beat it, dude. Look at these gas caps,
Oh, dang.
you know. And this was cool, and I've been offered some dollars, even from Scotty from Cycle Zombies, dude. Like he saw me get them, and he was like, "Whoa!" And I was like, "No, dude." He's like, he was throwing numbers, and I was like, "It's priceless, bro. Like you just do like there's stuff you just cannot find again.
Yeah.
Period, dude."
And they love stuff like this, you know, the crusty,
Yeah.
old stuff.
Yeah, and to get old crusty chrome, and these are good. These got the right shape too, because it's like split tanks are tough, man. Like getting the right 3.5 gallon and or like early pans easy, but if you want 3.5 shovel head stuff, like get them to where they're the right narrowness, because like aftermarket ones get kind of wide, and
yeah.
you can really tell. And so to do split tank bikes are tough to get them. You still got to get them tight, and that bike has to be right.
Yeah.
In my opinion, low and slow. Yeah, dude. And this is a fresh paint job for one of our upcoming builds. Look, little cracks, and this is from Paint by Loose, dude. So this kid's slaying, doing a super good job.
Where's he from?
Oh, I think he's Boise or something.
Okay, so it's out of state.
Yeah, out of state. So we have them shipped back and
Dang.
forth. But you got to. There's only a couple cats that are doing it, you
Yeah.
know. And I really liked him because he's a young up and comer, and I got to talk to him on the phone, and we just built a relationship.
Yeah.
I've got like another 2 tanks with him. We're trying to stack, because as we get into what I told you before, our big goal is doing production bikes and on Harley platforms. So matching number, clean Harley Davidson titles, and then we're gonna have our Krispy Co line of bikes where they'll all have variations and different ones. There's one next to me that's kind of one of those variations that we'll talk about here in just a second. But and I think he's gonna be our painter. So
Nice,
we've
man.
been doing a lot of vetting and trying to get the right people and products
Yeah.
to go on our stuff, you know. I'm still gonna do my OG Crispy bikes where it's all Survivor parts and stuff. But we want to make it to where we can really turnkey them and give people solid runners that are not gonna break down and give them a lot of trouble. And in my opinion, the Evo is the one that's gonna do that. And right here, meet Barracuda.
What made you come with that name?
Dude, it just got said when we did the frame. There's a video on our Instagram when we were doing showing off the hardtail. It was this frame. We used the song Barracuda back when you could still use licensed music, which I don't know when you stopped using licensed music, but it just happened on Instagram, which sucks, dude. Now we got to use.
You know why? Because your account is a business account.
I know.
If it's a personal account, you can use whatever
I
songs.
know, and we got to say business because we have a shop on there
Yeah.
for like all of our store and products and stuff. Heartbreaking, dude, because music's important. Get people pumped, you know.
Or a way to get around it is you sing. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a good singer, dude. I'm
Yeah.
down. But actually, funny you say that. Legitimately, we are Pucky and Austin are
That's
both
right,
like
yeah.
killer guitar players. So we're actually gonna have Pucky. If Pucky does like he's like has a cover gig. He does all cover songs at bars and restaurants and all that stuff.
Dang.
The kid is phenomenal. Like
Wow.
he's so fucking good. So we're gonna have him just like do all the stuff because then it's our stuff. Hopefully he treats me well on pricing to break us. But anyway, so like this was our first shot at like what our production bikes will be. Once again, Evo platform. You know, like I'll be straight up, like a lot of this bike is all aftermarket, but that's what we were looking to do so that we could replicate this over and over and over again, right? But also keeping them tight so it's still got all that like primo chopper qualities. It doesn't get blown out and weird with goofy parts, you know? So yeah, this is her, dude.
Yeah, it looks good, man.
Yeah, you know, these tins were done by Tony Sundell. So he was, you know, he killed it. He hit it out of the park. These are amazing tins. Which this was kind of I'll tell you guys, like when I was first doing like with the crusty stuff, I'm a firm believer that like everything has to match perfectly. And it was cool to see that even though we did like a pretty heavy crusty set of tins, clear the engine's crusty, but like these are brand new wheels and tires. Obviously, these are our risers, our hex dog bone risers that we've only sold a couple. Not people aren't quite into these yet. Hopefully they kick. Everyone's like, they're so blocky, but I'm like, I literally mimicked a set from the 70s. They're hanging on the wall over there. But I'm like, dude, that's like how it was. They're dope. Whatever, maybe people get to it or they don't.
It takes time.
Takes time, you know. The other person I work with a lot is Mike over at Old STF. And he's like, don't trip on your products, dude. Like, it just takes a second for people to catch on. Butt seat. We love running butts. They're just as sexy as they get. Super classy. Like, hands down, it's good stuff. Crazy ass little taillight. Been hoarding that forever.
Yeah, it reminds me of old Cadillacs.
Yeah, dude. Makes it like look like it's going fast and still.
That's true. Yeah,
And then this is one of our production sissy bars. This was the prototype, but we call it the center. And so we're all jigged up to make these over and over and over again. So we're starting our sissy bar line. We've got our standard sissy bar. This guy's up here just getting adjusted and stuff. But another product, the oil filter mount that goes inside of the belt, which isn't a new concept, but we're making one. It's got those fender brackets we were looking at earlier. And then there's the one, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Oh, you kind of can. But once again, you can hardly see this stuff once it's all said and done.
Yeah.
And then this has that, I really should probably, the seat's mounted so well. I wish I could open this up and show you guys the inside, but this has our base plate, you know? And then it's got all the battery mount stuff inside, which is cool. So it's just flat plate, super simple. Gives you a lot of room too, instead of the stamped out one. And then we're gonna have, like I said, different variations of the way you can mount batteries, because some of these oil tanks, they kind of change in size, and I've used some of the other aftermarket battery mount stuff for that, and they only run sometimes on the stock ones that have the cutouts and blah, 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 blah. So, heavy hitter right here. The mullet foot controls, dude. This one's a foot clutch, but basically where we can run all the, you run them off the front mount, but it comes back and it's nice and stout too. So you can, it's not quite a mid, which is hard for tall guys like me. So it's a little bit forward, but it's not a forward control. So
yeah, it's in between.
It's right in between, dude. And it's super comfortable because I get hurt on those hard mids.
I like the brow on the headlight, dude. That's cool.
Yeah, isn't that sick? Dude, that came on the bike originally.
Really? Wow.
So we'll give you some photos of the original bike, but it was one of the spotlights.
That's sick.
Yeah.
It's
and
like
it ended up being the headlight.
It's
And
like
not even by I just was like, oh, I'm going to run this headlight. And I was like, oh shit, this came on the bike. And we took it apart.
It's like wearing a hat.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, I
sick.
love that freaking Harley deal on there.
I love the matching ship knob too.
Oh, dude. I've been holding on this forever. And the original, I was putting a clear one on there because I get weird about some of my stuff knowing that this bike was going to go away.
Yeah.
I kind of get a little hoardy, and I wasn't going to do it. And then I went to put it on, and I did something. I broke the clear one.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, dude, I guess I got to put the purple one on there. So I'm a firm believer that the universe builds the bikes with you. And if you're not doing it right, it will correct you.
Yeah.
And it corrected me on that. And I was like, dickhead, you're putting that freaking ship
Yeah,
knob
it looks
on
so
there.
good, man.
But it was like had to be, Prism petcocks. We always use Prism petcocks. Love those things to death. And we want to use a ton of their products too on our builds. Like they've hit it out of the park. And like throttle addiction stuff. There's one of my favorite throttle addiction grips that they make. Preferably, I'll do a shout out for them. I don't know how you do that stuff, but my favorites. Dude, I love these. These have been on my bike for 10 years, dude. Is
sick.
the beige ones. I just love this grip so much.
Oh yeah, they feel nice.
Yeah, they feel good. They kind of got like a cool pattern, and they're kind of different.
Yeah,
And,
has that Star Wars kind of pattern on it.
and this is the. I usually like really just using the Biltwell throttles, but man, they've been out of them. But those things are good. And this is actually my first time running. This is the lowbrow one because I'm a dude. Like I want to see flick. You know, you get some of those cheapos. Like guys, do not buy those $10 dudes. They suck, man. They're plastic. But I do have the Biltwell throttle or the whiskey grip in there. I'm also big into using the metal.
Yeah.
Because once you grease those up, dude, like,
The snapback is nice.
because dude, I'm telling you, there's one thing we don't. I used to cut corners because I was poor. I still am poor, but like I'd cut corners and like get cheapo parts. I'm telling you that those parts are going to cost you in the end so much more. Like buy the better product, even if you got to learn and figure out through forums.
Yeah.
Ask cats like us on the YouTube pages. What are you using for that?
Buy it once, buy right, right?
Dude, exactly. It's really important. Oh, there's our key switch.
Sounds good, dude.
No, dude, that's what's up. And then what else we got on this thing? Oh, dude, we haven't got to share this yet, but we are also making our new brake hangers too. So with the little weld on tab, which we will weld on for you if you buy our hardtail and you want to use it. Little setup, that little dogleg that comes up in a pin. So super easy
Yeah.
setup and adjustment.
That's a good design.
Yeah. Yeah, got foot control set up. This bike has kind of got us. Oh, dude, this was nuts, bro.
Oh, the
To
pipe?
do a squish pipe on an Evo, I don't think I'll ever do it again. That was a lot of fabrication to try to get that to work.
Yeah.
And I'm just using like old pipes and stuff to do it. But I did it.
Bet you this thing sounds good.
Oh, this bike sounds hella good. We'll fire it up for you a little bit too. Roll back outside.
What room is this one?
Oh, so this one is gonna be this is like our engine building room and tranny like go through stuff, which I'll be honest, we don't actually rebuild our drivetrains here. We'll do a little bit, some here and there, but I commission everything through my buddy Christian with Mystery Machine Co. He apprenticed under a super sick engine builder, and he's my homie. And to be honest, like, it's a lot of work that we do here, like building the bikes, building all these parts, doing all this stuff. It is really nice to just have like a professional engine builder to do it. Like, I totally can do it, but like my title's changed here, you know, like I still get my hands on the bikes the best that I can, but like really been like grooming the dudes to build the bikes that I've always been into. And clearly we're making them a lot more like we're building our formula and we're making it tight so that we can bang out bikes for cats. You know what I mean? Oh, dude, been hoarding these things. These are the coolest. I've tried to sell these one time, dude. Look at these saddlebags.
Dang.
With some like
Vintage Eagle.
yeah, Ed Hardy or whatever that. Oh, not Ed. Is it Ed Hardy? Who's that tattooer?
Yeah, Ed Hardy.
Yeah. But yeah, dude. Oh, the next one, yeah, that one's chili pepper, by the way, because it's spicy, dude. The tank. I love my early stuff because they're rattly and they're raw, and you're like, please let me make it to where I'm trying to go. But the Evo is just like, it's so stress-free, and I knew it when we fired that bike for the first time. Like, I literally, there's a video on my Instagram that shows it. Like, that was not a joke. I literally pulled the bike off the lift, and I like just kicked it through and it just started running. And I was like, I love Evos. That's how it's always been with Evo Sportsters, right? Yeah. Every time I'd rebuild an Evo Sportster engine or build one of those bikes, I never was stressed out. I was like, all right, time to fire it up. And just run. Yeah. You know? Shovel heads, you're like, all right, okay, what's today going to look like? Like, how is this thing going to fight me? Same with the pans and all that stuff. You're like I said, it's honorable. It's a journey. But it is nice sometimes. You've already worked your ass off so hard on that bike, like, not trying to fight getting it running is nice. Yeah. You know? But
yeah, dude. Thank you for showing us your shop, telling your stories, man.
Dude, thank you.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you.
Dude, right on. Oh, shit. We'll get it.
All right. Group photo.
Should we like kiss or just hold hands or kiss?
Everybody just carries me.
Bless this pizza party with your
Light
sweet
mayonnaise,
white, your sweet white substance.
Can't wait to squirt it all over Alex's face. Been drinking lots of water, so it's
trying to get sponsored by Best Foods over here.
Yeah, honestly, it would be tight.
Look, are you sponsored by a fucking mayo company? You're like, hell yeah, dude.
Also, we're sponsored by Best Foods, but only the mayo. None of their other content.
It's the nice gabagoo, huh? Yeah.